Hey, what's up guys? This is my review of the Weihrauch HW30 in 177. Now the one I have here has a laminated stock with a rosewood grip cap. It also comes with some really good sights. You'll be able to see this in a minute because even my one-eyed ass was able to shoot it well with these sights. Now for those of you whose experience with air rifles has mainly been with Hatsan, Gamo, Benjamin, these type of break barrels, this is an entirely different level of quality. Not a little better, it's BMW compared to Yugo quality. That's the difference in a rifle like this, and that's not an exaggeration. All right, now I've had this thing for over a month and I've been shooting the piss out of it. I found that it has 3 pellets that it prefers. We're gonna shoot several of them down range, but I'm not gonna waste your time with shooting the pellets that didn't perform so well. The ones that did the best were the JSB or the Air Arms versions of the 733, 787, and 8.44s. By far, they were the best pellets out of this gun, which you'll see in just a minute. But before we get to shooting, let me show you this thing up close. Let's start with the buttstock on this thing. Now this thing has a beautiful red kicking pad that also has a black line spacer, so it's not tacky, it's really well done. The laminated stock on this thing is really, really nice, as you can see in these pictures here. It has a really smooth texture to it. It's just gorgeous, and I love the rosewood grip cap that they put on the end of it. All right, now it comes with an automatic safety right here. So every time that you cock it, it immediately goes on safety. After about 20 or 30 shots, you kick it off safety without even thinking about it. It's real intuitive and real easy to work. The trigger on this thing for a Springer is simply a work of art. I didn't adjust it a bit, and I love the way it felt right from the factory. The only thing that I've done to this rifle is I cleaned the barrel with a bore snake. That's it. I didn't want to alter it or pimp it out. I wanted to show guys honestly what these guns are capable of right out of the box. So the trigger's something else I didn't adjust. It's got one screw in the bottom that you turn in and out to adjust the weight, but I liked it the way it came. The trigger guard on it, blued steel. Now on the rear of this thing, it has 11mm machined in dovetail, and it has 2 places that you can use drop pins on your rings to make sure that the scope rings don't move forward or back with the recoil. This thing recoils so lightly, it's probably not going to happen, but better safe than sorry. The rear sight on this thing is so nice, I decided to shoot it with open sights, and believe me, I'm not a very good open sight shooter, but it was easy with this gun. The adjustments are very positive. You can feel and hear every click as you move it up, down, left, and right. Now the front sight can also be removed, and it comes with additional inserts, so you can pick out the one that suits you the best. I like the one that came in it, and I did try the other ones, but I kept coming back to the original front sight. As you can see, the bluing on this thing is flawless. It's just a beautiful, beautiful gun, and it becomes more beautiful the more you shoot it. All right, let's get to the bench. I'm gonna be shooting this thing with open sights at 25 yards, so try not to be too hard on me. And there's a couple of things I wanna show you at the bench. Okay, now let's get ready to shoot this thing. Now on this particular rifle, to break the action over, you just give it a slight pop and cock it. It takes about 10 pounds of energy to cock it. Seriously, a little girl can do it. Then to load it, you just take a pellet, drop it off in there. I always push it flush with the end of my finger. That way it's seated about the same amount each time. Up and you're ready to roll. The only thing that's left to do, aim down range, get it on target, and here's your safety right here. Now on the breech of this thing, what actually makes it lock up is this little ball bearing right here. It goes into this recess, and when you pull it up, it latches perfect. All right, now you've seen all there is to see to shoot this thing. I'm fixing to put it up here on the bench, and I want you to check this out. Look how little it moves. All right, let's get to shooting. Okay, now watch how little this gun moves. Every single shot, it just barely flinches. This is what sets this rifle apart from the heavy kicking Magnum type Springers. When you pull the trigger on this, there's a quick solid thunk, and the pellet just appears right where you're aiming it. You can't beat that shit. Now this is at 25 yards. I'm going to show you there's 1 787, 2 733s, and 2 8.4s. Each one of those squares is an inch. So this will give you an idea of what it'll shoot like. Now bear in mind, I did this with open sights. And I'm not that great of an open sight shooter, but I'm still pretty proud with the way it came out. The 733s are the ones I was by far the most impressed with. It just kept doing this over and over and over. I would have 3 or 4 in one big ragged hole, and I would mess up the group by always throwing out a flyer. But once I put the scope on, that all went away. Guys, that's about as good as I can shoot with open sights with my half-blind ass. I was really pleased with it. You can see the groups right here. It's an incredible, incredible rifle. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're in the mood for a really quality break barrel rifle that's not going to break the bank, that's easy to cock, that's effortless to shoot, and something you can hand down to your grandkids, this is the one. This is one of my favorite spring rifles of all time. My good friend Tom Gaylord said every air gunner at one point in their life should own an HW30. The only thing it does is shoot the center out of the target, put a smile on your face. Can't do any better than that. Thanks to my friends at AOA for sending me this rifle to test for you guys. I love it. I really love it. This is about the 5th one of these HW30s that I've owned. Every one of them shoots just like this one does. They're gorgeous. They come in a lot of different packages. They're lightweight, quiet, easy to shoot, and something you can just step out on the back porch and shoot all day. You can't beat that. Thanks, guys.